Did you know that most groundwater pollution in the U.S. is related to gasoline or diesel fuel? Roughly 20% of all gas stations have some kind of ongoing problem, and frequent sampling of soil and groundwater is required by law. Municipal drinking water systems across the country are deteriorating and subject to contamination from infiltration and sometimes from the very piping material itself. We all remember what happened in Flint, Michigan. State and federal laws require that municipal drinking water systems be sampled frequently. As cannabis is legalized across the country, state laws are requiring significant sampling and testing to assure product safety and dosage information. This testing is required on both raw cannabis and for the secondary edible items made from the cannabis. With these and numerous other human consumable items tested annually, that's over 150 million samples collected every year using handwritten sample bottle labels and handwritten chain of custody. The time and cost of data entry at the lab is significant. Typos and miskeys from trying to read someone else's handwriting compounds the problem. Then when all this lab testing is complete, the lab data needs to be turned into reports that detail the various hazards with maps and images that indicate where the contamination is, where it isn't, what the concentrations are, and what direction it's heading. You would think that the environmental industry, an industry founded in science and technology, would be using the latest and greatest technologies. I'm here to tell you they're not. They're still actually using techniques and methods that were developed about 30 years ago. Each one of these reports, even for a small corner gas station, can cost between $2,000 and $4,000 each. I'm Russell Schindler, geologist and founder of SampleServe. The SampleServe solution digitizes each step in the sample collection process, and that allows us to automatically generate those required reports and graphics in just seconds. The key to our technology is our sample labeling process and our patented digital chain of custody. Every sample is collected with our 3-point user authentication and a date and time stamp and a GPS coordinate. We know with certainty the who, the where, and the when of every sample collected and every transfer of custody. You see, samples are supposed to be treated like evidence at a crime scene. Detailed tracking of who collected the samples and how they get to the lab is required. Sample collecting and reporting is a huge worldwide market. The environmental segment alone was nearly $35 billion last year. By 2025, it'll be $44 billion, all driven by environmental regulations and environmental liability.
So an oil company that has, say, several hundred leaking underground storage tanks, they have a set budget every year for applying to those projects. Well, if we can save them part of their budget that they would normally spend paying people to generate reports by the hour and then using inefficient sampling methods. Well, if we can save them that kind of money, which is significant, we're able to let them take that money and spend it on things that are going to make a difference, like actually cleaning things up.
The cannabis sampling market is increasing dramatically. States that have legalized it all require some kind of chain of custody, sampling, testing, and analysis.
The SampleServe platform is a working, functioning product that has more features and functionality than anything else on the market. It's not even close. Now, don't get me wrong, we could keep adding more features and functionalities. Customers will always ask for those, and that'll never end. But the point is, we have paying customers, and we're signing up more customers every week. We actually had a customer write us a testimonial that said that since using our product, they're saving 60% on their sampling and report writing expenses. 60% savings over what they were paying before.
Our biggest competitor to date is the status quo. It's the old school paper and manual methods. There are some digital and form builder products on the market, but no one has our patented digital chain of custody or our sample bottle labels.
Currently, our customer base is made up of mid and large size engineering companies and mid and large size oil companies. Customer traction and enthusiasm keeps growing every week. We have several trials going on with some large oil companies as we speak, and we expect to get more scheduled in the coming weeks and months. We also expect to be able to convert most, if not all, of those trials into actual paying customers. As an example of the enthusiasm for our product, one of our customers, an oil company, has actually invested over $500,000 in SampleServe.